If one lawmaker has her way, third graders in our state could be held back if they don't get a proficient score on the state's standardized MEAP test.
24-hour News 8's Danny Carlson tracked down the West Michigan lawmaker who wrote the bill, and Danny joins us live tonight with more.
Yeah, well, this bill obviously getting a lot of attention. It was actually just introduced last week, but if the lawmaker in Ottawa County has her way, now it hasn't even yet been heard by the full state house, but if she has her way, her hope is this will become law starting next school year.
Every night they would lie on the magic carpet.
Michelle James reads to his 3-year-old daughter Mia
Which means to do stuff.
and tries to take her to the library at least 3 times a week.
I think reading is super important no matter at what age.
But even so, he says he knows how hard standardized tests can be. He wasn't good at them and says he doesn't want his daughter punished if she isn't either.
If my kid wasn't allowed to move up, I would have some serious problems with that.
Just based on the test?
Just based on a stupid test.
My focus in introducing this bill was to increase literacy in the state of Michigan.
But State Rep Amanda Price thinks this could be a solution. Using a standardized test, if a 3rd grader isn't proficient in reading, he or she can't move on to the 4th grade. She says right now, nearly a third of all Michigan 3rd graders aren't reading at a 3rd grade level.
I would hope that as a part of this whole discussion, though, that it would be an opportunity to refocus. So this is a priority for our schools. What are we doing now with our given resources that we could refocus on turning these numbers around and getting kids successful by 3rd grade?
I think there's general agreement that the bill as drafted, as written, needs a lot of work.
Reps from Grand Rapids Public Schools point to problems, things like a possible bottleneck in the 3rd grade and added cost to the district and the state, who would have to pay for at least an extra year of schooling.
It's good that the state is taking a look at this. We would ask that they take time, engage the community, engage educators, and let's look at a solution that's going to reach the end result, not just be an unfunded state mandate.
A nonpartisan group of House staff members, a group that usually looks at the cost of proposed bills, says that this bill could increase the number of students in local districts and thus increase the costs.
So some people might say that this is too strict of a test, you know, that there's not enough wiggle room for kids maybe that aren't good with test taking, for instance.
And that's one of the things that we heard as we were out doing the story today. You probably heard from the parent, you know, I'm just not good at standardized tests. So that's one thing that they have to take into account. And then another thing is the MEAP is actually supposed to go away. This is supposed to be the last year for it. So we're in kind of a transitional period here in the state of Michigan. So still just a lot of questions about this and, you know, when and if it could become law.
All right. Danny Carlson, thank you.
Thanks.